electric power. It's the biggest thing to happen to our cars since, well, cars. And although driving swiftly and silently with zero emissions may seem new, I can pretty much guarantee it won't be long until you feel right at home. Take this, the 2022 Volvo XC40 Recharge Pure Electric, Volvo's first ever fully electric vehicle. And well, from where you and I both stand, it looks just like the XC40 we know already. And you see, just like that, we've got the future of electric motoring that feels instantly familiar. The Volvo XC40 Recharge Pure Electric is priced from $76,990 before on-road costs. It's powered by a pair of electric motors and has a range of up to 418 kilometres on a single charge. From nearly every angle, it looks just like every other XC40, a stylish and modern compact SUV. This one is finished in Glacier Silver, but you can have your electric XC40 in one of 8 colours, all of which include this great contrast black roof for a bit of extra impact. Note that I did say nearly every angle, as here at the front of the XC40, the regular grille has been replaced by this aerodynamic panel. And of course, because the car is electric, that means is a 31-litre storage compartment with a neat cover to keep it free of dust and dirt. Now, it's not huge, but it's a great place to keep your charging cables or other odds and ends. Back here, there is obviously more space, with a decent boot and underfloor storage, the same as in a petrol XC40. You can fold the rear seats in a 60-40 split, and there's a ski port between the seats for longer items. Well, here there's plenty of head and leg room, even for taller passengers. There's a centre armrest, air vents and heated seats for comfort, plus a pair of USB ports for added convenience. The standard panoramic sunroof offers plenty of light, and there is a powered blind to help keep things cool on a hot day. The sunroof and these LED reading lamps are all activated by touch control, which is a really nice touch. There are a pair of Isofix mounting points on the outboard rear seats too. This all may look just like every other XC40, smart layout, premium materials, and nice switchgear. But what isn't obvious is that as soon as we sat down, the Pure Electric is on and ready to go. The fully digital 12.3-inch instrument cluster is clean and offers really slick navigation integration, but that's about it. The rest of the information is minimalism personified. There's a Harman Kardon sound system, typically high-quality switchgear, and plenty of premium materials around the cabin. All the climate control functions are accessed through the 9-inch vertical central screen, and being a range topper, you even get heated seats and a heated steering wheel. The car has its own mobile modem, so it can answer internet-based queries and even receive over-the-air software updates. If you log into your Google account, the car knows what your day looks like, can help guide you to your next meeting. Put simply, it takes the power of your phone and puts it in your car. The interface is very simple to use and in many ways mimics your smartphone, from pinch and swipe all the way to downloading apps to personalise your experience. Finding your way around though can be a bit tricky, and you do tend to get lost in menus not knowing how to get back to the main screen. In theory, the XC40 Pure Electric can receive over-the-air software updates, but we seem to be a bit behind what is available overseas. There's a high-resolution surround view camera too. You also have the full power of Google's voice assistant. Hey Google, what's my range?
You can drive for about 260 kilometers with the remaining charge.
A 240-volt 10-amp home charger is included with the car. Now this will top up around 2.4 kilowatts of the 78 kilowatt-hour battery every 60 minutes. So even if you leave it for 10 hours at night, you're only a third of the way there. But if you are doing around 30 to 40 kilometres per day and always top up the car of an evening, it's easy to maintain a full or near full battery all the time. Faster options like an installed wall box are possible, but you'll need to speak to your Volvo dealer or charger installer to work out which one's best for you. The quickest option though is to use a public DC fast charger, which is capable of 150 kilowatt charging.
This will recharge the car from empty to 80% charge in just 40 minutes. Most public charging networks will allow you to start and pay for your charging using your smartphone. You can even keep track of its progress while you go about your day. It really is that easy.
First of all, let's talk about the hardware. Underneath the XC40 is a 78 kilowatt hour battery pack that powers a pair of electric motors, which makes the XC40 Recharge Pure Electric an all-wheel drive car, but it also gives it a maximum power output of 300 kilowatts. Now, that's pretty bonkers. It's enough to propel this thing from 0 to 100 in less than 5 seconds, which is certainly impressive for a compact SUV. But all of that is basically all you need to know. There's a single speed transmission. There's no paddles to change gears because there's no real gearbox. There's no handbrake to turn off because the car switches itself on as soon as you sit in the seat. So your only choices are really drive and park, and it figures everything else out for you. In front of us here is a fully digital instrument display. It too prefers simplicity over anything else. It's very clear, easy to see the maps, and all you have is a speedometer and an energy recovery display that shows you when you're using or regaining battery power. And that's it, no complex graphs, just the information that you need. Another feature of the XC40 Recharge Pure Electric is a one-pedal drive mode. Now what this means is that you go from a free-flowing and frictionless driving as we are now to a system where as soon as you lift off the accelerator, the car will come to a complete stop if you lift off the accelerator for long enough. And it does take a little bit of getting used to, but certainly in city traffic, it's almost a preferable way to drive. Now, aside from the silence that you get from an electric car, one of the features that we've always liked about the XC40 is the way that it handles and the comfortable ride that you get. For the most part, these big 20-inch wheels and the standard suspension setup are really good. And on smooth roads, it's excellent. For touring roads, it's great, but when you do hit a larger bump, you really do know about it. Now, I get it, the 20-inch wheels, they are a sharp-looking design, but you could easily go an inch smaller, add a little bit of extra rubber, and just improve the constant level of ride luxury that I'd really want. Now, something too that I need to call out because it's not here, but it's actually not a bad thing that it's not here. There's no sport mode. There's no kind of put me into a manufactured fake performance setting. The car is fast when you need it to be. It is comfortable when you need it to be. It's nice to drive. It does everything you need to. It is perfectly middling, and it does understand what it is you're trying to do when you push that accelerator down. Who needs a sport mode? The steering is well weighted, and you'll find it is a very enjoyable car to drive when the world throws a few corners at you, because that 300 kilowatts can be a lot of fun. Another benefit of choosing an electric car is the ease of maintenance. The XC40 Recharge Pure Electric comes with a 3-year or 100,000 kilometre inclusive service package, ensuring there are no surprises for that first 3 years of your Volvo ownership. Further, there's a 5-year warranty and 8 years worth of roadside assist, just to keep the rest of your ownership going as happily as it started. And on top of all that, you've got Volvo's safety technology by way of adaptive cruise control and lane keep assistant, and it makes your experience of the Volvo XC40 Recharge Pure Electric maybe not only your first venture into a full electric car, but it certainly maintains that luxury and special appeal that Volvo has come to create. We've been saying for quite some time that all it was going to take is for the mainstream to catch up to the electric vehicle pioneers of Tesla and the like, who basically started what we know today as the modern electric car, for these things to become truly mainstream. The fact that now that you can buy a car that looks, acts, feels, drives, well, and smells like a Volvo, but also offers you a 78 kilowatt hour battery, 150 kilowatt charging, and 300 kilowatts worth of performance. It basically means that, well, the mainstream has well and truly caught up, meaning for us as buyers that you can now have the car that you know and the car that you want, and an electric car at the same time. Now, of course, you can read the full review of the 2022 Volvo XC40 Recharge Pure Electric over at Drive.com.au. Got any questions? Ask us there or hit us up in the comments below. And of course, don't forget to hit subscribe and tap the bell icon so you receive a notification every time a new video is published.